So this is Paul and Andy's Christmas podcast. Thank you very much. I looked everywhere for those. Oh. And to paint a picture,
yes,
we are both sitting here in Santa's hats with the headphones jammed over our heads as well. You just very kindly asked me if the sun was in my eyes, and I said, I'm so delighted the sun is out. But when I said it is annoying me now, you said, well, I can't do anything about it.
Well, I just wanted to know how annoyed you were.
And I'm not annoyed that the sun's come out. I'm just annoyed that I feel like I'm being interrogated by the Gestapo.
No. It's just that if you're more annoyed than me at any point in time, then I feel good about things, you see.
I didn't bring the bell. The tradition is with Grey Matters.
Well, you brought everything else.
Our podcast is that we have a bell after we finished having a rant. We ring the bell and we talk about something more important. But it's a party. It's party time. It's Christmas next week, and you love Christmas.
I don't. But can I just paint a picture? We've got some plates on the table that Paul has brought to my home.
I didn't bring the plates. You got your own plates.
Yeah, but the things on them, I supplied the plates, which I thought was over generous, but there we are. We got crudités. We've got pineapple and cheese on sticks with olives. We've got tempura prawns over here with a sweet chili dip and some coleslaw, some hummus and some sausage rolls.
We have.
And some Christmas crackers.
We have.
And
we're not going to be able to put our cracker hats on because we've got our Santa hats.
Yes.
But I think also we're quite hungry, so we should probably eat something. But we just hope that you enjoy your Christmas and you've enjoyed the podcast so far. We do have a building following. I think
do we?
We do. I think it's an extra person a week or something like that. But people have been in touch and people have liked it, and they have said very nice things.
Have they?
Nobody said get yourself a new mic for Christmas.
Right. Well,
so we'll carry on as we are being authentic. So we'll join you after we've had our little canapé, and bon appetit.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Well, I'm glad we've spared everyone the chomping and... But those crisps are really nice. They are specially selected, limited edition pigs in blankets. Pigs in blankets flavour. That's sausage with bacon wrap on. And they do from a certain new supermarket, Aldi. So they work. They work for me. I'm just gonna. It might be a bit annoying. Is it annoying when people are eating crisps? Are they?
I don't know.
My wife doesn't like it. The crisps are just the same for her when she eats them. It doesn't mind me, but if I...
No, I'm not bothered. I
start to eat crisps.
Yeah.
I can see people recording, but maybe that's just cheese and onion. So we put some music on.
Yeah.
In the background, some Christmassy music. And we would just ask Alexa, please, could you turn it down, please? And we were saying how funny with smart speakers, whatever they are, whether it's a Google or what's the Mac one? Siri.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, would you? I say, Alexa, would you mind turning the music up, please? It's like it's a robot, isn't it? And yet we're preserving manners.
Well, indeed, and I always say thank you when she's done something that I've asked her to do. Just out of habit, I always say thank you, which I just wish sometimes she'd say, "You're welcome."
That's okay.
You're welcome. Well, that's fine.
Have you ever asked her rude things?
No. Why would I do that?
Well, to see what she says.
What kind of rude things?
You're a journalist. Like, have you got a boyfriend?
No,
or
I haven't.
How old
it's none
are
of
you?
my business.
But haven't you got an insatiable curiosity?
Well, not really. Not as far as... Because she doesn't exist.
Well, I'll let you into a secret. If you're bored over Christmas, ask her if she can make a farting noise. You'll be amazed, because she's got an array of them, which she'll then play for you.
Oh. But
I don't know how do you envisage what she looks like?
I don't, because I know she's an AI creation, so I don't have this vision of her dressed in some slinky outfit, wearing stockings or something. You know, I'm not that sad.
I'm just finishing eating here. I don't need that sort of picture.
I don't have any image of her at all because she doesn't exist.
Well, she does. That's the thing.
Not as a human being. She exists as an AI thing.
Yeah.
A bot.
Do you think she gets Christmas cards from people?
Probably, because people are that kind of, I don't know.
Do you think she sends them?
Probably not, no.
That's a shame, because I quite like one from the one you described.
Well, Amazon don't pay tax. I'm not going to send people Christmas cards, are they? It's not.
Slander them.
It's true.
We spoke it, slander.
It's true, though.
They do, but
Well,
not
they
necessarily enough
No, not in this country, I mean.
in this country.
Yeah, that's what I was referring
Good.
to.
So it's a season of goodwill and cheer, and we've been doing this podcast, Grey Matters, now since. Do you remember how long?
No, I don't.
Do you remember anything?
No. I try
Do you remember
not
who
to.
I am and why
Yes,
I'm here?
Paul, I
Good.
know why you're here.
And at the weekend, a
And I
minibus
can
will
pay
come
you
and
next week.
take you to the beach, and you have a nice little stroll.
Great.
Push you along.
Yeah.
At your bath chair.
Thank you.
We were saying actually that you don't remember things, and Helen, my wife, says, "I told you that yesterday," and I go, "Well, no, you didn't."
Yeah.
Well, I did. I told you that was happening, and I said, "Well, I would remember because otherwise I wouldn't have done that if you'd have said that." Oh, and she looks at me as if I'm going slowly mad, and then you start to believe that you actually are going slowly mad.
Yes. And then I got accused. I had exactly the same conversation with Sally, and then I got accused of lamp posting or whatever it's called. What's it called?
I think you mean gaslighting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Lampposting.
Lamp posting. And I said, no, I don't. A, I don't know what that means, and B, she was saying,
More than anyone else.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been there, and I think it's not us forgetting, Paul, because women have conversations like most people in their head, and they'll have already had the conversation with us in their head, but they actually believe it that it's happened.
Ooh.
But then, if you say that, you get accused of lampposting.
Well, it could be. I love lampposting. It is driving into a lamppost the way you're heading. I tell you.
Well, that's how it feels.
If this is heard by our missus, this is.
I know.
We're going to be called to account. And actually, I've already forgotten. Apparently, that Helen vacuumed the house ready for my brother's arrival this evening for a meal.
Right.
And I said I couldn't find the vacuum cleaner. She'd taken it to do some cleaning somewhere else because she does holiday changeovers.
Right.
Without a vacuum cleaner, go figure. Anyway, and she said, "I told you I vacuumed yesterday. Couldn't you see? By the way, how did your hearing test go? And how's your seeing? How's your eyesight test?" It's like I feel decrepit.
Well, for a start, that's far too many questions to be asking at the same time of somebody of our years.
Yeah,
because we can only deal with one thing at a time.
Well,
I think she was trying to confuse you.
She was.
Yeah, on purpose.
I think she was. We were very fortunate. I think that our other halves are very, very tolerant, understanding, no vagaries. I'll just put the tops on these in case they go dry. That's what my mum used to say.
Now, it's a big celebration in your household because I know a lot of people who regularly follow this podcast will have been worried about this. And I'm hoping we can bring them some good news that you actually have a new fridge freezer.
Yes, we do. It arrived yesterday with two burly men.
Burly men?
Yeah. Now, just to get it off my chest, because this is mainly the reason we do this podcast.
Yes.
We had a Hisense fridge freezer, which an American-style one, which was delivered by two spindly men from AO.
Yeah.
And they had to get it up a flight of 14 steps.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't been for two friends of mine, burly, in their 50s, we wouldn't have had it then. Anyway, very nice fridge freezer. Very nice.
Yeah.
Until it stopped working. Mm-hmm. And we had technician after technician out, and the last one said it's your compressor. In that sort of, I'm afraid it's terminal look on his face.
Well, it's the heart. It's
Apparently,
basically saying the
without a
heart's
compressor,
gone.
you haven't got a freezer.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
What I don't get is it's only 4 years old. And when I contacted Hisense, they were good enough to point out the contract you entered into was for a year's guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yes, but your fridge freezers aren't supposed to just last 4 years, are they? Because if they are, I'm going to make that very widely known. Anyway, cut a long story short, I did write to the CEO. I got nothing special back at all. If they'd have offered me 20% of a new Hisense, I would have probably gone for it and said, well, this time, because it was good, but I would have taken out I would have taken out an extra insurance policy. You know, if you know something's likely to do, customer service was not good. Hisense, nonsense. Anyway, we've got a different brand now, and some two burly guys. They've still got the same steps to come up, but they had straps they put around them and harnesses, so they didn't get hernias. And they lifted up, got it in. Not an easy job to do. Put it in, and it looks fine. I mean, it's a Beko brand. It's not top notch, but it's very, very good. So we're hoping it's going to be fine. And it's got a 25-year guarantee.
No way.
On the compressor.
No way.
Apparently so. Anyway, just before I came out to see you, the new fridge freezer had a puddle of water underneath the door. And it's like one of those tragedy moments where you run at the window and throw yourself through it because you cannot believe that your new fridge freezer is leaking or doing something. Anyway, Helen's fixed it. So we're okay. By this time, everyone's kind of turned the podcast off.
No, I'm just doing
Christmas music on.
I'm fascinated. I'm just doing the maths now to work out whether which one's going to survive the 25-year guarantee on your fridge freezer or you. I'm just trying to work this out.
With comments like that.
No, I know. I'm serious. I'm just wondering what odds I'd get at the bookies. That's all for you outlasting the fridge freezer this time.
You know, when I came, I brought something for you.
Yes.
And I'm seriously tempted not to give it to you because you've been very unkind. We haven't pulled our crackers, so let's pull our crackers.
All right. Okay. There we go. Go on.
You pull mine and I'll pull yours.
All right. Okay. Oh gosh. Didn't bang.
Yeah, you won.
Are these eco-friendly crackers that don't make any noise?
I'll make the noise.
Are they autistic friendly? Or something? That's not so much.
Smoke came out. You won them both.
Yeah, well, you know.
Okay. They're pointless, aren't they? Really?
They are. They're just a waste. It's just a waste of packaging, isn't it?
Can you try buying two? Right. Okay. So what I've got is a. Oh, actually, sometimes the novelties are really quite good. What's this one? Oh no! Okay. Do you remember the fish that you used to put on your hand?
Yeah.
What's happened to them?
I don't know.
They've been banned by Europe or something.
Probably because somebody acted up on the advice given or something and changed their personal circumstances.
Oh no!
And then sued the company. And they probably don't. You just don't see them anymore, do you?
No.
You just, when was the last time you were walking down the street and you saw somebody with a cellophane fish on their hand? See?
Well, not in this wind.
You just don't see that anymore. You see it all the time in the 80s.
What about a fortune cracker?
What, a fortune cookie?
That's what I mean.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you still get those at
Do you?
Chinese places.
Yeah. I had, when I was 14, a moodstone ring.
Oh.
They brought the
They changed colour. Yeah, I remember those.
And if you were a bit amorous, you
yeah,
need to show your girlfriend, and if you were feeling a bit sad, then it was difficult.
Yeah.
And then I realised it was down to the temperature of your hand.
Yeah, so it kind of went a bit red, and she'd say to you, don't even think about it.
Yeah. Now, these must be foreign, because it's bougie, candle, poisson, fish, chien, dog, l'oiseau, bird. It's
French.
Some sort of game, which
it's
can't be bothered
jigsaw
with that,
type thing, isn't it?
You
can make different creatures out of different shapes in there. I've got actually something useful.
Oh yeah,
which are little bookmark, sort of like post-it notes, things that you can stick in pages of books.
Yeah.
So I shall put on one side in that drawer that we have in the kitchen that everything like that goes in, that you can never find anything in.
Yeah. We were talking about clutter over lunch when we were crunching through our crisps, and both our houses are. Well, I think you put it indelicately. I think they were full of it, didn't you? And
yes.
I said, yeah, we feel similarly, but of course it's all useful.
Yes.
Because you've got piles of papers, you can't just throw them out because there's probably writs there or something like that. But yeah, clutter. We're going to. My Christmas present to Helen is I'm going to declutter as much of my stuff, but we'll both hold things and put things by.
I think it's just great just to go around the house, the big black bin line, and just chuck stuff in it.
You don't miss it. Have you got little egg cups or dishes or ashtrays that have got a couple of screws that you've taken out of something that you've never put back?
No, why? Do you need some?
No, I just got a friend that's got them.
All right, okay. All right.
Okay, what did one pig say to the other pig?
I don't know.
Will you be my pen pal?
Right, very good. Not bad.
Well, not bad, but being pedantic,
yeah.
They don't live in pens.
They're in sties.
So
would you be my style guide?
You should write these.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, what's yours then?
How do sheep greet each other at Christmas?
Give me a second.
Okay.
Don't jump in. But read it again.
How do sheep greet each other at Christmas?
I don't know.
A Merry Christmas to you. You being obviously
about a ram?
Female.
It's a ram.
I know, it doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, rubbish. Cheap crackers.
Yeah, rubbish.
Do you actually have crackers at Christmas?
No. Yes, we do.
I
Actually,
wonder how many people do.
I don't know. I think it's one of those traditions that's dying out, along with Christmas cards.
Along with Christmas.
Well, listener, if you have one of these Christmas crackers round your table, then do let us know. Do let us know what the jokes are. Meanwhile, here's Katrina and the waves.
Yes.
Not really. because we can't afford that.
No.
So, I've got a present for you.
Oh, I've got a present.
Well, I've got two actually, as you will see, wrapped into two different. Now, this is the size of.
Did you wrap these yourself?
Well, I haven't got somebody to come in and wrap them.
Well,
Although
no,
I'm
I
sure
just thought-
people do that.
I just thought your missus might have wrapped them.
No. No, she didn't get involved. She tries not to get involved with what we do. Very sensibly. Anyway, there's one.
All right, okay.
Oh,
This is.
that's just nothing that just to keep you going.
A bag of licorice all sorts. How lovely.
You do like them, don't you? We had this discussion.
Yes, I do. I love licorice.
And I nearly bought you Pontefract cakes.
And I do like those as well. Nut free.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't expect to find nuts in a bag of licorice all sorts, would you?
If it's packed in a factory where they're making chocolate nuts.
I
and
know,
raisins.
but
So you like that? That's okay.
that's lovely.
There's the other one.
All right, okay. This has got Father Christmas wrapping paper, red, and yes or no. The card game you can't say no to. Yes or no.
Can you say yes or no to that card game?
I'm not. I like this. It's lovely.
Very good.
I like a game.
Now, well, I've heard, but do you know...
There's a bell in it.
That's right. Why? I thought I'm going to get him his own bell
Oh, right, they can live here.
that can live here in
right.
your house, so that when you are getting irritating and
Yes.
Sally has had enough,
Yes.
she can ring the... We don't have to tidy up everything.
What?
She can...
Habit.
She can ring the bell to shut you up, you see. So, and they only had a bell that was part of that game.
Right. Well,
So what I thought you might like to do is... Well, I'll tell you what, I'll open it up. Because I'm very hopeful that you're about to reach down and pull out a present for me.
I am.
I don't know that you are.
Now, I've got here, it's a large bag that you get.
It's a sort of bottle bag, is it?
It's a bottle bag,
Yeah.
and it's got a tag on it. Now, our rule is at
Don't write on
Christmas
the
you
tag.
don't write on the tag, so that you can use it again to give to somebody else. Okay,
Yeah,
those
that's
are
so
the
funny.
rules. And
Otherwise,
you've
it says love from Brian. And you
yeah.
think,
Who the
"Oh,
hell's
that's Brian?"
Brian? So, as you can see, it's blank. So this has been
well
probably
done.
this bag has probably been around Plymouth 100 times.
I love the bag.
And it's almost like a chain letter. if you write on this, that bad things are going to happen to you, and you've got
For goodness'
you've
sake.
got to pass it on to you. No, not really.
It's a very nice bag, actually.
There you go.
Okay.
Sorry about
Sorry
that.
about that, everybody. I'm trying to get into your game here. I'm sorry. You do it. It's your game, the yes/no game. I'm going to open up the...
I didn't want to open it because
Right.
I might be regifting it at some point.
Oh, I say.
Well,
you didn't need to do that.
I did because you've been a brilliant, brilliant friend.
Oh,
And you
stop
are,
it.
past tense,
It's a
you
bottle of-
are a brilliant, brilliant friend.
Oh,
and
thank you.
you've been enormous help to me
Have I?
over the years. And you've been somebody who's prepared to put up with listening to me, going on, or moaning about my lot, wallowing in self-pity sometimes.
Is this my obituary you're reading?
No. And you've really, I don't know, you've just been there for me.
Oh.
And I feel really thankful to have you and call you my friend because, they're few and far between good friends. I mean, proper good friends.
Oh.
So thank you.
I'm very touched, and the only way I
This
can
is
think
true.
of responding to it is to make light of it and make jokes.
You can if you want.
Which is why I'm going to say that the sun is in my eyes, and that's what's causing them to water.
Right.
It's not strictly true, but that's a lovely thing to say, and the feeling is mutual.
Bless you.
I do really value coming together and just chatting, and we did say, didn't we, that if it was just getting together for lunch and having a bit of a chat and a rant, and that's what we do, we wouldn't do a podcast anymore. But anyone who's been listening to, I think it was episode 5 or 6, will realise that it has had some significant change in other people's lives, in as much as people have been connecting with others that have got alcohol problems, and so that we're going to continue into the new year. If you've been listening to the other 14 podcasts, you'll also know that Andy took issue with the fact that I had a what might be termed an old-fashioned handkerchief.
Yes.
And my old-fashioned handkerchief, my New Year's resolution is to use these small packets of tissues, which I can then dispose of.
No.
Oh.
Handkerchiefs are
I'll
great.
try it out.
I didn't take issue with it. I said it's a very rare thing to see, and I was most complimentary about your handkerchief and thought it was a great idea, because when it comes to, you don't have to throw anything away, you just wash it. So you reuse it.
Yes,
from a disposal point of view, it's a good thing
it
for the planet.
shouldn't be crusty with bogies. That's the
no, but that's when it needs washing.
And it wasn't out of my breast pocket, because I usually dress accordingly for this in a 3-piece suit with a fedora and a silk jacket. Anyway, that's a lovely bottle of wine. It's
a bottle of red wine. It's a Chateau Neuf de Pape. I know you like a red wine, and the thing that's great about giving you this present this year is that I'm not at all tempted to hang on to it. As far as alcohol is concerned, it's something that other people do, and I hope you enjoy it because you can. That's all I wanted to say. So it's a gift that makes me feel good too.
Oh, well, I am really touched. Thank you very much.
There's something else in there as well.
I'll drink it on the way home in the car.
There's another present in there.
Oh.
And it's another thing that has come out of these podcasts, and your real desire to fix things if things go wrong, like the fridge freezer, like a car or something like that. And I really applaud that, because I think you and I come from a very similar place in that, we like to renew things. We like to make things good. We don't like throwing things out just because they're faulty. We like to try and fix them. And so I bought you this.
Well, that's lovely, and it's a beautiful thing. And should we keep them guessing? No, I'll have to say it's a car scanner.
Yeah.
What's that?
You plug it into your car, your socket on your car. Every car has one, and it tells you what's wrong with your car.
Does it really?
Yeah, and it also so that when you take it to the garage, you know before they do what's wrong with your car. So if they turn around and say, "Oh, this is wrong," you go, "No, it's not."
So if you'd have had this plugged into your lovely MX-5, you would have been able to know that somebody had hit you up the chuff and completely stoved in your boot. Then you'd know that, because that would tell you, would it?
Yes.
Or would you be able to see it with your own eyeballs?
Well, I'd probably know, so I'd probably get it fixed before I broke down. So I wouldn't have been on the side of the road.
That's why you're at the side of the road.
The answer to your question is yes.
Unfortunately, no one was hurt.
No.
And you got a new car out of it, which is which
you
deserve.
Well, no, I don't deserve anything.
Well, you don't.
But anyway.
But that's lovely, thank you.
But it works really well, apparently, and I just know that you've got a new car this year, and I know that you want to look after it, so I thought that would help you.
It's the phenomenal spoils of doing these podcasts. This new car for you, new car for me.
What do you mean? Do you get paid for doing this? Because I don't.
No. All we do is I enjoy the feedback that we get, though.
Yeah, same here.
Some people says. Somebody said the other day, I do know them, we haven't spread far and wide. I've only just understood that you can actually make your Facebook posts out, available for worldwide. Usually they're for my friends, and I've got a lot of friends, but I don't want to subject them to it. I'm kind of overwhelmed by the bottle of Chateau Neuf du Pape, and Helen and I will enjoy that.
But
this yes/no game, I just thought... I wanted a bell, and we were away in Wales in Somerset. I went in this lovely old toy shop, and I said, "Have you got one of those, bells, Manuel style?" Yeah, I did it. Yeah. The girl looked at me, and she was only 22.
Who's Manuel?
This bloke come in today. He said it's something about Manuel Bell, and I don't know what he was talking about.
He kept saying "cat" to me.
Yeah, I can't get in. Can you get in?
I don't know. No, probably not.
I thought you'd loosened it up.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to do that bit as well?
Do you know, that is one of the things that I find increasingly difficult, getting into packets of things.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be at Christmas. Yeah. It can be cheese.
There you go.
It's off. Right, okay. These are the rules. You've got to read them.
Well, I know the rules. I've played it before, haven't I?
Have you got this already?
No. So shuffle the cards and place them face down in the centre of the table. Decide which player goes first.
Right.
Turning over the top card.
Yeah.
Read out the question. The real skill in playing this game successfully is interpreting the questions in a manner most likely to catch out your opponent.
Oh.
You must not add or miss anything from the card, but use the pace and intonation. But the use of pace and intonation will help.
Well, you should know that as a journalist.
If you hear the player say yes or no, then ring the bell. This stops play for this card. You keep the card and add it to your pile. Right. Okay.
Right. Well, let's just have a demonstration for.
I've not played this before.
purposes.
I haven't played this before. I was joking. Right.
There's 3 there.
Right. What do I do?
Let's just test the bell.
Right. Okay. I like that one. Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Look at the player on your right. That will be you, because
Yeah.
you're the only person here, and ask. Can I start now?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, for goodness
There you
sake!
go. Right. Off you go. Then.
Oh, that wasn't very fair, was it?
No.
Look at the player on your right. So that's
That's
still
me,
you, isn't it? Yeah. How many legs does an octopus have?
7 plus 1.
You sure?
I think so.
Right. How many sides are there on an octagon?
Octagon. That's like that's 10 minus 2.
10 minus 2. You can say 8, can't you? You're allowed to say 8.
Not in this game.
Oh, you should have been a politician, mate. Do you have your own bike?
I do
You do go cycling, don't you?
sometimes
Yeah. Where have you been cycling?
around the city.
Is it easy to cycle around Plymouth?
Not really.
Do unicycles look sillier than tandems?
They've only got one wheel.
I know that.
Of course,
but that's
they
not
look
the question.
silly.
Would it be better if bikes replaced cars on the road?
Of course.
Well, it wouldn't, would it? How could it possibly? How would you get your Amazon deliveries if there was just bikes?
Well, I suppose you'd have a Amazon delivery on a bike.
On a bike?
I would say so.
Yeah. I tell you what it is. You're measured in your replies. You see, I'm right in
Do
there.
you think so?
Maybe.
Was that a maybe?
Yeah, I'm hovering over the bell. Somebody's going to screw up in a minute, and I mean, I don't think we should play anymore. I think what we should do probably is have a little reflection on the year.
Yes.
And then we should tidy up all the mess before Sally gets.
Yes, true.
Because it does look like a carnage, doesn't it? Unless anyone out there would like a cheese and pineapple on sticks, some red pepper crudités, or some pigs in blanket crisps. Because that's
It's
all
very
we should
nice.
have.
I enjoyed
the prawns
that.
were nice, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Something nice about those crunchy prawns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so reflecting on the year
Mm-hmm.
that we've talked about things together, what's your standout moment?
Standout. I don't think I've got any standout moment.
Have you got a sit-down moment?
No, I'm trying to think. I haven't really thought about this, but I guess what frightens me most is how quickly this year has gone. It feels like somebody's up there has decided to have Christmas twice a year. Because I'm sure it's only 6 months since the last Christmas, but I can't believe how quickly this year has gone. It's been a really enjoyable year, despite obviously what's going on in the world, personally. But it's I'm just fortunate. It's been good. I've enjoyed it. I've done some great things.
What are your wishes for next year as we turn into 2020?
Well, I just hope the world sorts itself out. I don't hold out much hope, but and I hope that we manage to control the overpopulation that we're suffering from in this country at the moment, and the homelessness crisis. And those are our big things actually at the moment.
So you want to change the world? It's a bit like the Miss World competition, isn't it?
Well,
Except you're not wearing the leotard.
We can't. How do you know? I'm not.
Well, I'm
wearing a
assuming
leotard.
you're not.
Well,
You've got a very nice. We've both got very nice jumpers on, which I
It's
think
what-
are made by the same people.
It's what
Thick net purple jumper for Andy.
Yeah,
He's wearing stockings and stilettos, but it's his thing. I don't get involved in that. And my jumper's the same, but it's red and blue. I think blue and orange flecks. And it's a cosy jumper.
You say made by the same people. I don't think it's the same children in Taiwan that have made these
Let me have a
jumpers.
look at your label. I want to see what it is.
No,
I think it's a PJ Field.
I don't
jumper.
know. I don't know what.
And,
I don't really care for labels.
No, I don't. I care for jumpers. I was bought a jumper that was didn't fit me, you know. And the thing is, they make jumpers much smaller now than they used to. I don't know if you found that. Particularly at Christmas.
Are you sure?
Particularly at Christmas time. Elasticated waist sales go up. You know, those. I'm going to get some of those.
I like an elasticated waist.
If you could say it.
Elasticated waist trouser.
Yeah.
And my other half makes fun of me. And I'm thinking, but they're just really comfortable.
Have you got those grey, those sort of sports trousers?
No, I don't wear tracksuits.
That you have to tracky bottoms with, of course.
No, I don't.
That you must have them hanging halfway down your buttocks.
I don't go in for sports.
Showing a little bit of builder's crack.
Because I don't exercise really. So
you're not.
Well, I try not to.
What do you mean you try not to?
Well, what I try to do is not do formal exercise. I will never go to a gym. I've never set foot in a gym in my life. And I'm quite proud of that. I like going for a walk.
Never set foot
I
in
like
a gym.
doing like things like washing the car, doing the hoovering in the house. I see that as my exercise.
Well, whenever you want to pop round, my car's always filthy and we always need to be vacuuming the house.
Well, that's fine. And I've got this very nice friend of mine's got a boat in Kingsbridge in Devon, and we go out on that sometimes, and it's very nice. It's very good.
Yeah, so it's still nasty nightmares. Anyway, I think looking back, I've already said what I think was the most memorable, and that was the fact that this lady, who I hope still listening to the podcast, found the podcast and came to Alcoholics Anonymous meeting as a result. And long may she continue to be on that journey to proper recovery and a more full life as a result.
She's still coming.
Yeah,
she is.
And that's fantastic. And if there's anything that we can do in the coming year to sort of make things more interesting or more beneficial, if we can just make people smile a bit, I think that's the thing.
Totally. And if anybody does find Paul's trainers after he capsized in his boat, they might be I think they could be as far as Ireland now, can they? It depends which way the current's going from Kingsbridge and the tides and everything. But anyway, they're a really nice pair of trainers and they're in a dry bag, so they should be in good condition.
As was pointed out by my friend Kurt.
Yes.
Because apparently I refer to it as a wet bag.
Yes.
He said it's a dry bag to keep it dry. I said,
well, it's now a wet bag.
It is now a wet bag. Well, very well, but wet bag.
But if anybody has had a new pair of trainers for Christmas and a dry bag, and they're quite suspicious because they know the person that gave them couldn't possibly afford this pair of trainers, then
they're not that expensive.
Please let us know,
Yes,
because that would be very good.
And we promise not to talk any more about it in the new year.
We won't.
Bam. I think it just remains, it's like the two Ronnies now.
Yes.
We actually are a bit like the two Ronnies. We've both got glasses, both got the same jumpers, both got silly Father Christmas hats. It remains to say sort of good night from me, good night from you. And I wish everybody, whenever you're listening to this, even if it's in the middle of the summer, a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Spend it with your friends and family, the ones you like. Because that's the most important thing, isn't it?
It is, and it's probably likely that people will be listening to this in the summer because Christmas these days does start in August.